from all the polling, from the crowds yesterday, the people I spoke to in London.
Public's on their side.
Public is on side. They know what's going on.
And just remember, when you're in the supermarket, the greengrocer, try and buy British.
Oh, all the time.
Just do.
Janet says it was lovely to see the farmers waving British flags in London yesterday. We don't very often see the British flag amongst protests in London. Very good point. And Richard said inflation is rapidly increasing. What a surprise. Not. It will be mortgage rates next.
Well, Richard, the mortgage rate's already creeping up. Some have already gone up, and of course, we thought we had an interest rate cut, didn't we, last time? We should have had another interest rate cut before Christmas. It won't happen now.
No, it won't.
Not with inflation going up that much.
No, it won't. And so many people are desperate for that that interest rate cut, because that monthly outgoing for mortgages is huge at the moment, and that impacts everything else that you can and can't
also,
spend.
do you think about the cost of government debt has now gone up substantially because of the inflation figure? And there's a letter in the Telegraph or the Times today pointing out the amount of money we pay on servicing the government debt, and they're borrowing even more money, would more than comfortably cover the cost of what they're going to screw farmers for.
It's a Ponzi scheme, and I'm not quite sure how much longer they can keep it going. And Graham says, I'm still convinced that Bill Gates' meeting with Starmer had something to do with this attack on farmers. It was from that point that Labour took a different approach to the farmers.
Yeah, they liked them for the election.
Say again,
Labour liked the farmers for the election. They were all over them like a rash.
Well, Bill Gates was there in 10 Downing Street a few days before the budget. Shamelessly, official photographs released. And as we know, Bill Gates owns more farmland in America than any other company or individual. Right, to recap, we were talking about it, 15,000 people there or thereabouts took to the streets of London yesterday to protest against Labour's inheritance tax rate on farmers.
However, the Prime Minister says it's all OK because the BBC backs the government.
For a typical family wanting to pass on through the family, which is a typical case, completely understood, then with all the allowances in place, to pass it on to a child, it's a £3 million threshold. And all of you can check out what that means in terms of the impact. I think the BBC has already done it.
Nice of the BBC, isn't it, to help you all out because you're too stupid to do your own maths.
But also, what's it doing the government's work for it? Propaganda. It's not propaganda, it's public service broadcast, supposed to be impartial.
That's right.
I don't make a secret of that, I'm not impartial here. People know my views. But people don't pay £169 a year or whatever it is, licence fee for the BBC, doing the government's work.
Let's talk to Kelly Seaton.